In this video, we uncover the stories of these 10 actors who were fighting for their lives against drug abuse and addiction. While some triumphed, others didn't. But they all left behind a powerful reminder: no one is immune. We first begin with a billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Genius billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Before he was Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was Hollywood's cautionary tale, battling severe cocaine and heroin addiction in the late 1990s that led to arrests, multiple rehab stints, and a painful breakup with Sarah Jessica Parker. His career nearly ended until 2003, when sobriety sparked the greatest comeback in Hollywood history. The man who was once uninsurable became Marvel's $500 million superstar, proving that even the darkest addictions can't destroy an iron will. With the swagger of Batman and that legendary "I'm rich" line,
I'm rich.
Ben Affleck seemed invincible, until alcohol addiction pulled him into a real-life battle far tougher than any superhero fight. 3 rehab stints later, the Argo director proved something more powerful than Bruce Wayne's fortune: the courage to keep fighting. His very public struggles became an even more public victory, because true heroes aren't defined by their falls, but by getting back up. This next person might come as a shock to many. He made millions laugh as Chandler Bing.
Must be so hard. Oh no, 2 women love me. They're both gorgeous and sexy. My wallet's too small for my 50s, and my diamond shoes are too tight.
But behind the scenes, Matthew Perry was trapped in a real-life tragedy, battling severe addiction through 15+ rehab stints and near-fatal struggles. At his lowest, the Friends star nearly died multiple times from opioid abuse. Yet between the struggles, Perry scripted his own comeback story.
I felt that it was time, and I felt that it really was time to help people.
Though his story ended too soon in 2023, his legacy remains, not just as our favorite sarcastic friend, but as a reminder that even our brightest stars face dark battles, and he still fought to help others. Next on this list is Bradley Cooper. Before he was belting out Shallow in A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper was battling his own demons, a wild party lifestyle that threatened to derail his career in the early 2000s. But unlike his Hangover character, Cooper didn't need a second take. 1 rehab stint in 2004 was all it took to flip the script. 2 decades sober, he's gone from struggling addict to 8-time Oscar nominee, proving that sometimes the greatest performance is the life you reclaim. From blockbuster hero to fighting his own battles.
Do not hit my car! It's a collector's item!
Shia LaBeouf's wild ride through Hollywood took a dark turn in 2017 when addiction threatened to derail his career. Known for explosive performances in Transformers and Fury, his real-life struggle was far more intense. Multiple rehab stints, public breakdowns, and a fight to reclaim control. But LaBeouf didn't fight alone. With the support of fellow actors and a relentless drive to change, he traded self-destruction for redemption. Now, the man who once played a giant robot fighting hero is writing his own comeback story, one sober day at a time. He lived by the words, "You know nothing, Jon Snow."
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
But Kit Harington learned the hard way about addiction's grip. After Game of Thrones ended, the actor who brought Westeros' hero to life found himself in a real battle, drowning in alcohol and emptiness. The fantasy epic had defined him for a decade, and without it, he spiraled. But like his on-screen character, Harington rose again, checking into rehab and emerging stronger. Now sober, the man who once played a resurrected king has truly reborn himself, proving even after winter comes, the sun will rise again. He was acting royalty, disappearing into roles in Capote and The Hunger Games with breathtaking brilliance.
Do you think I took this job to spite you?
But Philip Seymour Hoffman's greatest performance was his quiet, decades-long battle with addiction. 1 tragic relapse in 2014 became his final act, a devastating overdose that left Hollywood heartbroken. Hoffman's story isn't about failure, it's about addiction's cruel unpredictability. The Oscar winner who mastered every character reminds us that recovery has no curtain call, just an endless, fragile fight. His genius endures, but his loss remains a warning. Before he was Hollywood's most intense action star, Tom Hardy was losing a brutal fight. In the early 2000s, the man who'd later dominate the screen was dominated instead by addiction, his life spiraling out of control in a haze of drugs and alcohol. 1 rehab stint changed everything.
Let's dance, baby.
Today, Hardy doesn't pretend the battle's over. He's still working, still fighting, but that's exactly what makes him heroic. The man who plays unstoppable characters on screen proves daily that real strength isn't about never falling. It's about never staying down. For 6 magical seasons, Cory Monteith gave Glee its heart as the lovable jock Finn Hudson, while secretly battling the addiction that would claim his life at just 31. Though his 2013 overdose ended his story too soon and left fans worldwide heartbroken, Cory's honesty about his struggles during 2 rehab stints helped destigmatize addiction for a generation. Today, his memory lives on not just through his performances, but through the countless fans who've sought help because of his example, proving even the briefest lives can leave lasting harmony. He escaped Voldemort's curse,
Expecto Patronum!
but Daniel Radcliffe nearly fell to a darker foe, alcoholism. In the shadow of Harry Potter's global fame, the actor who played the Chosen One was choosing alcohol to escape his own fame, drinking heavily between takes and risking it all. But unlike his iconic character, Radcliffe's greatest magic trick was real: getting sober at just 20 years old. Since 2010, the actor has transformed himself, not with a wand, but with sheer willpower, proving that even child stars can rewrite their stories. Radcliffe's sober journey might just be his most heroic role yet. Behind the spotlight, these actors fought battles the world never saw. Some made it through, some didn't. But all proved one thing: addiction doesn't care who you are. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's courage. If you or someone you love is struggling, there is hope. You are not alone. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And remember to keep the nostalgia alive.